Good evening, BB Nation. My name is Ryan, and welcome to tonight's 6 p.m. presentation. I'm recording this just a few hours before the Federal Reserve releases the big decision on interest rates. Now, me personally, I believe that they're just going to be left alone. We saw some of the language being used by Jerome Powell, his last conference, utilizing the term higher for longer. Now, I've been trying to keep you on the right side of the market over a month ago. I put out some videos on YouTube, get ready to hedge. Now, the last 2 weeks, I have done some videos on bottom fishing, showing some opportunities on a quick swing trade to the upside to play. Now, after the bears clearly took charge yesterday, major indices dropping more than several hundred points between the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, we could see the market getting rattled going into this interest rate decision. Now, in tonight's video, I just want to keep you on the right side of the market. In tonight's presentation, I'm going to focus on how to not let emotions take over your portfolio and ruin all of your profits. If you're watching this video, you clearly want to make money in the market. You're interested in financial stability and achieving your financial goals. Now, it is my job to try to keep you on the right side of the market and show you how to make money in this market. So if that's what you're interested in, stick around and let's get started. All right, we're on the homepage of the VectorVest 7 program. If you're new to the channel, this is a software here where we analyze more than 9,000 stocks. We really focus on market timing. It is the most important factor an investor needs to be aware of when trading in the stock market. And as we take a look at the major indices, still some indecision going into the interest rate decision. This is shortly after 10 a.m. this morning. The Dow Jones up slightly here at 0.2%. All of the other major indices currently down right now. If we take a look at the color guard, indecision over the last 3 days between green light and 2 red lights appearing. But look at the trend column. The first component is down and has been since yesterday. This refers to the primary wave. This is our fastest moving market timing signal and is just currently letting us know that the bears are in control. Now, we've all heard the phrase, a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's exactly why I brought you to the market timing graph to make this information more visual to you. If you're new to the software, I'm really going to show you the power of the software. Now, I have no crystal ball, but I utilize the VectorVest software to keep us on the right side of the market. That being said, this vertical line here represents when the Federal Reserve, gave hint of interest rate cuts could potentially be coming next year. You see the market rallying following suit here. Now, I do have this line on price action showing the trend to the upside here since the beginning of January. I kind of coined this the FOMO rally if you've been watching our live streams over the last few months now. Now, if we look below, we can see a bearish divergence occurring between the price action of the VectorVest Composite. Again, the composite represents over 9,000 stocks. It's like combining the Russell 2000, the Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, all in one, so you really get a better sense of the overall market. Not only did we get a bearish divergence with the MTI, but also the BSR, the buy-sell ratio, showing this rally had a lot of weakness behind it. You can see the retracement to follow suit here. Now, this is about the time I came out with that get ready to hedge video and the survival tips in a falling market on YouTube. If you haven't seen those videos, definitely check them out. And if they did a good job, putting you on the right side of the market, make sure you put it in the comment section so that way new people watching this can really get a sense of how this channel can keep you on the right side of the market. Now, let's zoom into a 3-month time span for a better visual of this information. We can see after yesterday's big sell-off here caused by concerns of the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. Now, I do have a feeling the interest rates will just be left alone. What really will be important is the conference afterwards with Jerome Powell and get a sense of his tone, whether or not we can actually get interest rate cuts maybe this summer or before the year is over. Now, here's the VectorVest Composite over the last 1 month here. We see this primary wave given up back on the 23rd of April. This was about the time I did those bottom fishing videos here. The opportunity for a quick swing trade to the upside presented itself. However, yesterday with the primary wave going down and with the interest rate decision going on today, protecting profits is key. And as far as opening up new positions, I'd much rather wait for the dust to settle. And one very important thing I do want to point out is that the MTI currently sits at 0.78. Well, it typically likes to bottom out around 0.6. Now, about 2 weeks ago, the MTI was in that 0.6 range with the primary wave given up shortly following suit. That's why I was bullish on the market for the short term. But have some patience, let the market come to you, because as of right now, the trend is to the downside where bearish trades would be more suitable. Now, I just want to do some chart analysis of some big name companies that have reported earnings or will be reporting here shortly. The first one being AMD. You can see it reported yesterday after the bell. Now, my key level is 150, broke below that this morning, and the fresh sell rating on it with the VectorVest 7 software. Thus, I'm not bullish on this position at the time, but look at the earnings per share. The forecasted data is great and it continues to rise. So definitely put this company on your bottom fishing list as opportunities present themselves going into the future. Next up, we have NVIDIA, a clear downtrend here over the last few trading sessions, trying to stay above this trend line here. You can see a retest on it right now. My key level set at $770 along with $739. Now, every individual has different objectives and risk tolerances. weaknesses. Thus, make sure you just have a plan in place. Now, the price action drops back below this trend line here. I would be more bearish on this position. My absolute stop on this right now is $691. However, with the earnings per share, again, the forecasted is growing over the last 12 months. NVIDIA, it's a well-known company at the forefront of AI. So this is another great position just to put on your shopping list as bottom fishing opportunities present themselves once again. Now we've got Tesla's big gap up from their earnings here. My key level sits at 183 and 177. Price action currently sitting right in between that zone right now, 180. We see the big gap up here. However, investors not that enthused afterwards in the following trading sessions here with retracement of price action. We did break back above this trend line here, but my main concern for Tesla is just staying above this 177 level. The hold rating is given right now, and earnings per share is lower than it was 12 months ago, so I do have concerns when it comes to Tesla in general. Now here's a company I see great potential with. It had its earnings, not very volatile, currently trading at $180 right now. We do see RT had dropped in negative territory over the last few trading sessions. However, look at the earnings per share. The stock continues to grow over the last 12 months. Price action alone itself, nice steady rise over the last 4 months here, with mostly buy ratings following suit. Now, no major concern here with Amazon at the time. My key level support right now is going to be around 161 to 156 if price action decides to fill this gap back from earlier this year. Now, if you think the Federal Reserve is actually going to cut interest rates at any point this year, put a 1 in the comments section. I'm really interested to see your opinion. Me personally, I don't see it. The only reason why I believe we would get interest rate cuts would either be for political reasons because of the elections, or it would be the regional banks if there were weakness in the industry. Now, with the MTI still at 0.8, likes to find a bottom around 0.6. The BSR still not around 0.2 where it looks for a bottom. That is telling me that the market still has some downside action to go. Make sure you tighten your stops, follow your trading system. I know when you bought stocks, you had some kind of plan in place. If you didn't, make sure you do. That's always the number one thing. Check out our videos on the YouTube channel if that's something that you have an issue with. Now, if you found this video informative, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, after the dust settles, I will be doing 6 p.m. video just to see where the market goes. And depending on if we're bullish or bearish at that point, I will give you my top 5 recommendations to play to that side of the market. Enjoy your evening.
Hey VV Nation, Glenn here. I want to invite you to our next International User Group Forum, which takes place Saturday, May 4th, 2024. It's going to start at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. What are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about the urgent global market review presented by Rick Franklin, the Canadian consultant. And number 2, your keynote speaker will be yours truly. And I'm going to talk about 3 simple approaches to cherry picking stocks that are on the move. Folks, you need to come out. It's one of our most widely visited live streams that we have, and we have a lot of fun, but there's a lot of stuff to cover globally. You don't want to miss that. Hope to see you there.